Hey, good morning, you guys. Welcome back to Strand Farm, where we grow independent together. Today is the day that I finish this raised garden bed that will be a cold frame, but I need to build the sides. And before we begin on that, I gotta show you this Republican cherry tree that we transplanted this past fall. Is just doing marvelous. This trunk seems to be getting thicker. There's buds all over the place. You probably can't even see it on this camera, but and this Grandma White's method is really held together. So I'm excited about that. We'll see what happens this spring when the leaves come out and the branches start growing. I can't imagine us getting fruits this year, but wouldn't that be super cool? All right, here we are. You know, as I've said in the previous videos this season, while making this garden bed, this spot right here is level to this down here. And I need to make edges, or these sides, to this garden box so as to hold this wedge split log on the bottom. So today I need to select one of my boards from my lumber yard that can achieve this, and I'm gonna have to shape it with my axe, I'm guessing, and maybe my circular saw, and then I'll have to do the same thing on that side. So let's go over to the lumber yard. Does it feel better when I look at the screen or when I look at the lens? I'm still trying to figure that out. I guess that right there. Hello. We're at the lumber yard. I'm thinking like something more thin. So this is a good possibility. This that's about 10 feet long, so that should be long enough for my two sides. What are my other options? Breakfast is ready? Yeah. Woo! I'm coming. All right, well, let's look at this wood and try to decide which one I'm gonna use. Ooh. Yeah, see, this one is really thin. And there's plenty of it. This one might be it. I see something over here. Let's go check that out. Here's our wood shed. It still doesn't have sides or a roof, but that's okay. It's got wood in it. This piece. Oh yeah. This piece is old. This is one of the first milled oak boards that I've done. This is probably more heavy duty than I care to do today. So probably the board that's on the other side that we were just talking about. All right, I'm gonna go eat breakfast and drink some coffee, and then we'll be back at it. We are back at the garden box. Breakfast was delicious, and we are now focused on making this edge more flush so that when I cut this new board and insert it into the box, it maintains its straightness. You can see from this angle that I've already started chopping away at a knot, but I'm gonna chop away a whole bunch of this so we have a nice straight line to insert our new board. And I'm kind of cold, so this chopping is gonna warm me up. This is not an instructional. I haven't done this type of addition before, so I don't have much to say, except for I know it's gonna work. I'd call that good enough. We don't need these extra wood chips in the garden bed. They're really not gonna hurt. So I'd say, let's move on. This board is 10 feet long, which is perfect because I need 2 5-foot long boards to complete this project. And it's nice and narrow. This one will be solid. We've been using this little electric chainsaw for nearly 6 years for small projects. It used to be our main chainsaw for felling trees. We found some pretty big trees with this little chainsaw back in our first season. I'm glad it's not our primary chainsaw anymore. For this project, this chainsaw is perfect because I don't want to start my gas powered chainsaw and shoot oil all over my gardens. This is just a quick job, right tool for the right job today. Let's measure 5 feet and then cut it. This is the original bar and the original chain that came on this chainsaw. It's all but shot, but it still gets through things. I think I needed 6 feet, not 5 feet each. Oops. I'm gonna have to do some thinking, and thinking is boring to watch. There's a 5-inch gap that I have to overcome for this board to sit level. So I can take 3 inches from this bottom one, and then maybe 2 inches from this top one, and that equals 5 inches. So when I interlock them, there'll be a 5-inch gap accommodation to help hold this board in place. That's the part I gotta work on now. Three inches to go. And then when I cut out this section right here, this will kind of form like a hook that keeps this board from falling out. That way I can get my digging bar back and it can stop being the sole support for this structure. So a nice 2 inches coming in here will give me a nice hook. I also find that if I try to go too, like if I were to make this board be right here, it's really easy for this to break off and I lose that structure. So if it's further in, there seems to be more support for a more long-term solution on these types of structures. This is great. Yeah. We've got like a ½ inch to go. I don't know if Ashley will accept this, but I really like this as a layered garden box. Like plants can grow out of the side, out of our soil, and come out this way or grow up. Like what if there was a trellis here that peas or something could grow on this side of the wood? I like it. I'll have to get Ashley's blessing on it, but this is great. It's gonna hold this intact. We are Lincoln logged in. I'm gonna do the other side, but I'm gonna spare you guys from having to watch it. So I'll show you when I'm done.
I ripped my skirt.
Oh no, that's okay.
Too bad I only paid $1 for it.
All right, we finished. This is tight. Then there's obviously the gap there, but I have it closed off with some wood. We can grow plants from there. Ashley and I have decided that we're going to smash it down a little bit. The soil, the compost, so we know where its true level is after compaction. And then we can decide if we want to do another wheelbarrow of compost or if we're just gonna start planting. Can I come up there?
Yeah, you can do the other part.
Which part?
This part. That's probably all it needs, you know?
You go ahead and do that part, because then it's uniform to one particular person.
Okay. It's so spongy.
Your lines are very straight. It's almost like you've marked off rows.
Kind of.
With your feet. Like your feet could be the increments. Look at that sponginess.
It's really comfy view.
It's nice to be on a level surface.
Maybe we should just keep this for ourselves.
Check this out. Yes. We are level.
Do I have dirt all over me?
Uh-uh. No. A good soil organic matter doesn't stick to you.
Nice. That is really cozy.
So I've been told. That does look like a soft mattress.
It really is. I can see why the cats like to come out here. It's time to hit up another yard sale and get another skirt.